Alright, we're going to do a little video here on how to plant the plant. Previous video showed how to dig the hole and prepare the hole. Now we're going to show how you go about actually planting the plant. So we've got our little hosta here that we dug our hole for. When you pull it out of the pot, you can see how the roots have kind of been growing. So this one's rooted pretty well. What you want to do is loosen the roots up. A lot of plants you're going to find will have a kind of a mat of roots down there. You're just going to have to pull them out hard. It's okay to break roots. That actually helps the plant, gets them kind of in the mood to start growing. So anyway, we've got that. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And we'll put it in our hole and we're going to test the planting depth. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the plant is going to sink over time as this dirt that's in there is kind of loose and it settles. So you want to plant the plant high, and by that you kind of put your hand into the hole and you feel where's the top of the root ball versus the top of the hole. Well, this is a little below the hole, so we want to add some more dirt into the hole, and we got to make some dirt. So we've got the dirt we put into the thing, and this isn't too bad. It's clay, but it's kind of crumbly so that it can be used if it's enhanced with other materials. It's not really bad stuff. So we'll take this. This is my mixing bucket that currently has some topsoil in it and cotton burr compost. Now the topsoil is pretty sandy. And when we talk about sandy, you take a handful of it, you try and make a ball of it, but it falls apart, okay, because it's kind of a sandy thing. That's why you put the cotton burr into it, to give it a little more body, moisture holding capability. Clay, on the other hand, you take this stuff and put it into a ball and it holds tight, because that's what clay does. So, but loosened clay is actually a good thing. I've gardened in clay and some in the sandy soil, and I prefer the clay because you can always make it better, and you have the sandy stuff, water just runs through it all the time. So I kind of like the clay better than the sandy, but it's just my preference. So I'm going to take some of the good clay, mix it in here. This. This is the famous soil recipe here. Kind of break up the clods. If you're getting clods, throw them back. You don't want them. And then I do about a 50% topsoil, or half a sack, I should say. So we're going to go ahead and pour the rest of the sack in, which is about a half a sack. Then we're going to enhance it with cotton burr. So the cotton burr, I like to do about 3 heaping handfuls for each half sack of sandy topsoil. Okay. We want to mix it all up. So we're getting that clay, the sandy topsoil, and the cotton burr. Cotton burr is also good for breaking down clay soil, so it's really a magic substance. But you do that, now we've got this fantastic stuff to plant plants in. So we're going to take this, we're going to grab a couple handfuls, put it in here, kind of level it out, put our plant back in here, and I want to see that plant up at least a ½ inch higher than the edge of the dirt, so because it's going to sink a lot. The soil's real loose. Put a little bit more in here. Hardly even looks like we have a hole at all, but we do. Plant roots will go down into that. So that's a a nice height for this plant. And then we take and put, I like to put dirt about halfway up around this thing, maybe kind of like, about like that. And then we take our watering can full of 2 gallons of water versus 1 cap full of root stimulator. And we water it in real good. So we half planted at this point. It generally takes about a full 2-gallon bucket of water to plant the plant. So I like to use about half of it in this first stage. You can plant it down a little bit, and put in the rest of the dirt. That's up to about the root ball level on the dirt. Added a little bit of the dirt up there. Go ahead and water it in. What will often happen is that as I do this, the dirt will shrink while I water it, so yes, you can't really see it too bad, but generally you'll want to go back and maybe add another handful of dirt around it just because it's already started sinking. Get it all wet. You want to make some more root stimulator up and use that. Once you got it watered in, you want to cut the planting tag off so you know what the heck you put there when you look at it next year. Just put that in behind the plant in the loose soil. Then you take your mulch, and go ahead and spread it around the plant. You try not to touch the plant, but get it fairly close. This will hold moisture into the plant while you're doing that, so it doesn't get real dried out. And there you have it. Plant is planted.